started with my dad. My dad put me on so my dad's capoeira master. So capoeira is Brazilian martial arts. So I started pretty young. I started when I was 6 years old, and from there I was just getting into and then when I was like 14 years old, I said to my dad, like, I love the capoeira thing, but I want something more, a little bit more aggressive, more contacts and stuff.
Sure.
And then boxing thing, and then I loved boxing, then BJJ, and then I said to him that wasn't enough, and then he brought me into Muay Thai. When I see the Muay Thai, I just truly straight away fall in love with Muay Thai, and then never stopped. And then my Muay Thai coach said to me, "Oh man, there's something's going on. It's called MMA, so it's everything together. I think you would like it." And then that's it, and then never left.
Oh, good. So I mean, there's because a lot of people, there's a reason as to why they get into the sport. I mean, there wasn't anything like they may say. It's a bit bizarre me asking. There's nothing like traumatic, or it's just you when you tried it for the first time, second and third time, the few first times, or several times, you liked it. You immediately you got hooked.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that when you bring somebody to try to play soccer for the first time, they love it, and the martial arts for me was something special because I'm always was a quiet person. Even my mom wouldn't expect me to become a fighter. My mom's like, "That's not for you. This is not the kind of person you are." But it's kind of just the discipline thing. The discipline in martial arts was absolutely amazing because I never was looking for fights on the street, but I'm always, when I got fight in the street, I want to fight. I never want to leave. I just want to keep continuing and finish the fights in the street. And then when I become truly for martial arts, I just kind of like forget about fighting the street and then doing things just for like a lifestyle for me, and then just got into me. And then about 11 years ago, something happened in my family with my little brother. I lost my little brother, and then I tried just to stop and martial arts I didn't want to do no more. And then like my dad just came to me and said, "That's it, your brother wanted you to be. He wanted to be like you. He wanted to be a fighter. He wants to do this. So you stop it right now, it won't make him happy, whatever where he is right now." So since then, I just decided just to put my head into the game, and like now, if I'm not training, if I'm not fighting, I'm feeling guilty because I'm not continuing what I have to be doing.
No, that's so it's kind of like you feel like you've got like this is something like you had to do because you're making your younger sibling proud despite what happened all those years ago.
Exactly. It's most of the people don't know that, but it's kind of like the way I feel in the freedom, freedom of something that happened in the past, and just make me become somebody that is always happy doing what I do. Because every single time I'm gonna fight, I'm always getting work to the cage. I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm smiling when I'm fighting. I'm always having fun there. And then for me, it's like too many people just want to be a fighter, want to be the best in the world. I don't want to be the best in the world. I want to be the best for myself, my people. It's my family, my family loves to see me happy do what I do. They know it's the dangers what we go through, where we put our body into the game to get hurt and everything. But it's for me is the most amazing thing I could ever do, because it's like I'm a free man inside the cage. I never go with the mentality to try to kill somebody there or to try to do this the way people think. And I just every single time and before my fight, they come and say, "John, you open 5 minutes." I put my knees on the floor. I pray to God so nobody get hurt. Getting there, do what I have to do. Everybody just come safe and go home safe after that. I'm always praying for myself and pray for everybody who's there inside that cage, because it's not easy game, you know. Everybody does have a family after this. Everybody does have a life after this. Everybody needs to go home and maybe the next day go to work or something, you know. Because for me, I do for freedom. I do for love, and then I'm sure 100% whoever been there with me do the same, you know. But the mentality about to hurt somebody very bad, like I don't have that mentality. I just want to go there, feeling the moment, feeling free, put on the show, get a great performance, and get out of there safe. That's how I would like to do.
Very interesting that you say that, because I think, David, you remember a few days ago we were talking about a particular fighter, Sean Strickland, and he actually said in one of his in one of the interviews that he actually, when he's in the cage there, he he wants to kill someone. And that was really crazy. That was very bizarre. And I mean, what do you think about that? Because that's Sean Strickland, and I can't say that for all the people in combat sports, especially mixed martial arts, but there are some fighters who I would assume, I think, do have that mentality. I mean, what do you think of that statement that he made?
It's a for me. I don't think it is a professional mentality. You know, I don't
Mm,
think it's a mentality for somebody who's actually should have the opportunity to open their mouth to say something like that. Because in the end of the day, as a myself, I grow up watching martial arts. You know, so you have kids there watching you. You have kids behind you. You have teenagers behind you. Like in my gym, I have like 14, 13 years old who's all the
mm,
time is come through the door and they looking at me, they think I'm a different person. And they're like, oh my God, I want to have the same skills than you have. No, I don't want that person looking at me think I'm a killer. I wanted that person looking at me say he's a good fighter. He's actually put on the show, you know, because like today, MMA or any combat sports today is open up. Like you just need to turn it on the telly or go on the website and watch it. And then I love to go to shows, MMA shows, Muay Thai show, boxing show, and see 10 years old or like kids or a teenager watching, because who knows, that kid sometimes maybe gonna be the next one's gonna be there, and then I'm gonna be the one's gonna be sit down watching that kid, you know. So
mm.
it's it's a mentality that, like, I mean, we try to make the sports as the best way they can, because out there still too many people think it's too much violence and into this sport, and we don't want that. We don't want people to think that. We don't want nobody going there to get hurt. As I said, like I pray for everybody. I respect everyone who get inside the square or inside the cage with me. I respected them so much. I'm not talking nothing bad about them. I'm not wishing anything bad about them. I wish them a good training camp, a good weight cut, and a good fight. Because it's a sport like two people inside to put on the show. It's not just depend of me. I depend my opponent as well to come and bring the fight, to make whoever paid the ticket to enjoy the fight. And for me, that's what's matter to people. Just been thinking, I don't know, maybe 2 3 years time after the fight, say, oh my God, like I wasn't that guy fight. That guy put an amazing show in, you know. So it's what it is. What it is. It's just mentality to go, I'm gonna kill this person. I'm gonna hurt this person. It's I call it empty head people. You know what I mean? Because it's not nice to hear something like that. You know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. David.
Yeah, no, first of all, I'd like to just say sorry about your brother.
It's
And yeah, because I noticed you actually have a tattoo of him on your back. Oh, is that, am I be right in saying that? I've noticed that from one of your fights, because I looked into you a lot coming up to, even before I asked you to come in. Obviously, you've known what I've been doing, and I've been looking into martial arts, and you were one of the names that came across. You're very, very exciting. Very exciting. Would I be right to say none of your fights have gone to a decision?
No. None of my fights gone to decision. No, I think it's only one Muay Thai fight went to decision. I fought against, at the moment, number one 75 kilos Muay Thai fighter in the country. Was the only guy I went for 3 rounds. Like, and I don't know like how this went, because both of us was tired and we just tried to finish like soon as possible, but like we just keep carry on, you know. Um, it's what it is, you know. It's just the skills thing. As I said, like I I like to match it up with people that I want to like. I want to fight to come in and like it's my last fight. Like Andreas came in, he's coming for fight. Like and I love it. That and I enjoy every single moment in that fight. You know, and like a previous fight was exactly the same. They also come like to try to put on the show, and I don't like the boring moments. You know what I mean? I give my all. I don't care if I'm gonna get knocked out, or if I'm gonna get this, or if I'm gonna knock him out. I just want to just come there and I just seeing people shout, and then it's like, wow, that was great, you know. And remember, as I said, they just been thinking that was a great fighter. There's a great athlete. So that's my goal. And that's, you know, I'm 31 years old, and like I hoping God I have much to do, and like I just want to keep doing what I do, like, you know.
Yeah, actually, you mentioned that last fight you had was like unbelievable because Andrews hadn't really been tested with like controversy. He kind of steamrolled everyone before him, but like you hit him with some elbows, and there's one point he drops to the ground, and you're thinking, this is over. That kid is tough to get back up.
I tell you that it's very interesting because every single time, you know, I still go back in that fight, and then I don't normally do. When I'm done, and just move to the next one. And I was in the moment I was fighting, I was talking to myself every single time. Jean, slow down. You're doing something wrong, or what's wrong? Why this guy not going down? Why this guy is still coming up? Like still going, you know? And then I like to entertain in my fights. I like to just to go finish, and then I think that was the key to brought the fight to end the way the fight did, because it's like I punished too many people, and then some people just stay there, don't move. And then I was punishing him, and then he was keep coming and still giving me hard punches, like heavy punches, because he's strong, and then take me down, and then it was like dude, like you need to stop. And then after the first round, I sit down, I spoke to my coach, and then said to my coach, I'm doing all right. My coach was like, yeah. I was like, you enjoying the fight? He's like, yeah, you're gonna knock him out. But didn't happen. I gave him that. He's a tough kid. He's absolutely tough kid. It's just amazing. It's just he took the best out of me. He's actually dead. He took the best out of me because it's elbows one's my best shot. You know, I dropping people a lot with elbows, and it's like he's the only guy on this planet who stand up on my elbows. Why they all connected perfect. And then I tell you, 2 days after the fight, I couldn't move my arms. Like I was 2 fights on my elbows because it was hot. It was very hot. My elbow was, and then like I was sad. It's like, dude, like you deserve it. And even after the fight, I spoke to him and it's like, dude, look, nobody ever showed so much heart the way you did. And then I'm sure 100% your future is going to be amazing. Just continue to do what you're doing. Take care of this and take care of yourself. And look, you're the better man tonight. So I'm actually happy for him, you know, and then I wish all the best for him. He's a nice dude, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter what's talk or what's happening between the training camp and everything. He's amazing guy. He's a good soul, you know. Like I kind of like respect him for that, and I give him that.
Yeah, no, there was a great show of respect on both sides, even from him on your part. But that's what I love about martial arts is, like, I'll bring back what Ike said about Sean Strickland saying about killing someone. That's not a martial arts mindset. That's, like you said, an empty head mindset. Martial arts is all about discipline, humbleness, respect. Like, and that's what you showed after the fight. And that's what I love. And that's what the event I went to recently was the same. I wanted to ask you as well, you're living in Ireland, yes?
Yeah, I'm living in Ireland. Yeah.
And what brought you to Ireland? Was it when you were younger, or?
Well, I came to Ireland, it was almost 8 years ago. It's going to be 8 years in January now. And I honestly come over here to try to learn English because I had no English when I come over here. And then the fact was a small country. MMA here was getting big because I every single time before I came over, I was kind of like looking for gyms and training and stuff. And then I got over here. When I got here, I just went to the gym, and then the first thing they were asking me to do was fight K1. I fought K1 for the first time, man. And I stopped the guy in the first round. And then the coach like, wow, I like what I see. And then I keep a fight K1, and then, sorry. And then I asked to fight MMA, and then he's like, okay, you're going to fight MMA. So then they gave to me fights, and first MMA fight here was James Gallagher, an amateur.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah, very well known. Yeah.
Yeah, I fought James Gallagher, and then everybody was saying to me, "Oh my God, like he's a this, he's a that, he's a this, he's a that." Like for me, I don't get into my head because it's like we see when the door just closed. You know what I mean? When the referee say you're ready, then I feel in the mind there. You know, so then I fought him. I can't. Same thing. He just tried to look for takedowns and stuff. I just keep striking him. And after that fight, James, I think he took 2 months out of everything because I actually literally injured him very bad. And then he stuck my foot. He's actually submission me with some foot lock that wasn't legal for amateur MMA. So
Okay.
they gave it whatever. They ended the fight to say, and then too many people were, oh, but this for amateur it's not legal. So I said, look, it's done anyway. Let's move on. And then I fought some guy from Iceland. I stopped in the second round. Was a trainer with Gunnar Nelson, whatever he was. And then I asked for James again. And then I never got the opportunity, you know?
No, I actually watched that when I was doing the video for you. I actually watched that. You put it on him, and it was the third round, wasn't it, that he got you?
Yeah.
Was it the third round? Yeah, because you could just see him. You were putting it on him. You were chasing him around the ring, around the cage, putting it on him, and then he got that in the last round. Yeah. So I watched that, and now you see the heights he's gone to. Obviously, he obviously didn't want to run that back with you. He obviously he didn't like being in there.
No. So it's another guy who's actually said as well is going to do really good, and look where he is right now. You know, in fairness, he's where he is because he's working hard. This young kid and getting there, and it's just kind of the thing, you know. Like everybody's saying to me, "Oh man, you can't go far. You can't go doing this. You can't doing this. You can't doing that." But like I'm always trying to look for somebody who's actually kind of give me something. You know, I got so much opportunity to fight people that I never had before. I got so much opportunity to fight somebody who's starting career, or as the people say, easy fight. And I always said to my coach and my manager at the same time, I don't want to get easy fights because, look, whatever the future is going to be for me is going to be. Like, I want to just fight. I just want to fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. We just put on for fight. Give me time, I get ready, I'm going to fight. So I fought the best K1s and Muay Thai fights in this country. I didn't get one easy fight. Every single guy I fought Muay Thai in this country, they all ranked. They all number 1, number 2 in the country. Every guy I fought K1, Paul Norton, Alex Akmov, King Hogan, they all have big names in the country. You know, it's guys that like never come from me, easy names. And then like MMA, it's still exactly the same. I asked for James Gallagher, for Pedro Carvalho. It's just guys that I need to go there and then making sure like the fight's gonna be fire, you know. So that's what I like to do. I fought in China. I fought one of the prospects in China, called it Fun Shaixin. I think he is now in PFL. So they offered me complete loads of different guys, and I said, "No, give me the best you have in there." And then I fought him, and then I fought some K1 guy with, I think, was an 84 fight, and then it was a well-known striker, you know. So like for me, what to make sense, you know what I mean? As I said, it's when you lose your draw, the fight needs to go long and needs to bring the fire. So it's the guys there, like Clan Wars, always they never offer me a guy they don't know. They always offer me guys that they know is gonna bring a fight. And then people say, "Oh, what about Andreas? I said yes straight away, because I said like, nah, this kid's gonna bring the fire. Like I want to fight him. And my coach like, oh John, slow down. We have a future for you. We have things planned for you. I said, no, I want to fight him. Like I want him. And my coach like, okay, if you want it, let's do it. Let's go. So that's what makes sense for me. It's fight somebody who kind of put on the show with me. As I said, there's two people inside the cage. So it's two people, need the two people to put on the show. So it's for me what to do, because in the end of the day, man, I'm not doing this for money. You know what I mean? I don't do this for money because like I started without money. I was happy, and I'm still fighting without money. I'm still happy to do what I'm doing, and I'm scared I'm scared, and also I don't want to think about too much money, because I just want money to survive, to pay my bills and keep it doing what I'm doing. I have enough money to pay my coach. I have enough money to keep it doing my life. That's what I'm happy to do, what to do. I don't want to so my bank account say millions and millions and millions, because money not gonna bring you happiness, man. Money not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Whoever have loads of money, they are not happy. They always get in trouble. I always drive them heads to do something wrong. I just want to be where I want to be. It's like things working perfect. So hopefully the end of the year or next year, in the next year, we're gonna get big fights coming up. So it's like my coach working hard on this. People say like, John, you need to 3, 4, 5 wins on the road to be in the UFC. I was like, okay, so what's the point? I can't fight UFC, but also I can't fight any show in the world and see the atmosphere is the same thing. It's the same quality. It's the same. The best fighters ever is out of UFC, is out of Bellator. There's loads of big talents out of there, And what's the point you try to build an athlete to say, I'm gonna give you 10 easy fights, 10 easy wins, and then you go to Bellator, don't last for 2 or 3 fights.
I mean, I get what you say about the money aspect, that doesn't excite you, it doesn't compel you to get ready for the next fight, to look for the next best fight. But I mean, after taking all of that abuse in the cage in front of all the fight fans in the venue and outside of the venue worldwide, after taking all of that abuse and all the preparations, making weight, cutting weight, and all of the extreme training that you have to do, the money doesn't excite you one bit. So I mean, you have to, because naturally, I mean, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. Somehow, wouldn't you want some sort of compensation for all of the hard work, the hard work and graft you put in?
Yeah, but that's what I said. You know what I mean? I just want to have enough money to pay my bills. To pay my bills, to keep it doing what I'm doing, and like thanks God, like everything we were doing is working perfect. It's like it's covering my training, covering my food, covering my life. So it's what it is. It's like as I said, like money. You need money to be in this sport. Don't think that you don't need money. You need money to be in a sport. You need money for food. You need money for training. You need money for travel. You need that. And like I want that. But as I said, like I don't want to open my bank account and say millions and millions and millions and say like, oh my God, like look at this, because it's like, what can I say? How can I explain myself as better? Like, I know myself. I'm always like to be out of my comfort zone to be where I want to be. Okay, so if you say this guy put on the work, and then he have loads of money, he's not never gonna be fight the same guy at the same fire, because it's always like there's loads of even the guys I met all over the world. It's just looking at me and say, "Oh man, I don't care when you lose or draw. I just want to see the paycheck in my bank account." And then you just, well, fair enough, so I manage everything's okay. I manage everything perfect. So like my manager come to me and say, look, this is how much they're gonna pay us, this is how much you're gonna need for your training camp, this is how much okay, so this is gonna cover it. Yeah, It's going to be a little bit more after this. Yes, okay, let's do it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you guys are going to say something to you. You guys even going to be thinking right now, whoa, it's fight money. It's not even cover halfway of your training camp.
Wow.
Okay. So fight money don't even cover halfway of your training camp. So then what you have to do is you need the sponsors to be behind you to cover every single expense that you have. The sponsors is what pay the athletes to be there getting ready for 3 months fight, 3 months training camp, sorry, to be ready for one fight. I'd give you that. I worked in Sweden training. I met this guy, he's a UFC fighter. And he's came to me, okay? And he's came to me, he's like, brother, look, this is a company. I'm in this because I'm sure 100% I got 3 fights during the year, but I still don't make money. And then I looking at him and said, like, but bro, everybody wants to be there. Everybody thinking that. No, you need to be a top five fighter in the world. And also you need to be the superstar man inside in this company to you to make the money. And then you see loads of UFC fighters say they don't get paid enough. Or they just want more money. They want to do this, they want to do that. So I literally was training with a UFC fighter. I know UFC fighter like from my country who said to me, Jan, I'm making more money now fighting for this company than when I was fighting for UFC, because I have sponsors behind me. I kind of show them company names on the telly, on the social media and everything. So it's a things that, of course, everybody wants to be UFC. I want to be in BELLATOR. I want to be PFL. I want to be in the big company. Of course, I want to be, because the best fighters are there. The best fighters in the world are in those companies. They are in the big companies. They looking for excited fighters. They looking for best fighters in the country. They out there. If you want a good fight, if you want to be one of the best, consider yourself one of the best, you get into the big company and show the work, because you're fighting the best athletes in the world. But like, as I had not just from one people, but for a load of them, it's like you need the support. Like I fought in China as a show called Man. Is a big company in China. I fought for them 3 times. One of the biggest companies there in China right now. Okay. So they just pay me $3,000 for one fight.
You're joking.
No, I'm not joking. They just pay me $3,000 for one fight to fight one of the best in the country.
Wow. And that's that's a big company in China, and that's
And big company in China. And guys, you're gonna be mad about this, because it's the place I fought was in Beijing. The first time I fought in Beijing in the Olympic stadium for 45,000 people.
wow. You fought in front of 45,000 people.
45,000 people. And then after your fight, they shake your hand, thanks so much. It was amazing. Maybe we see you again. And then after 1 week, you see the paycheck. It's like, as I said, like, you know what I mean? Didn't even think like,
don't they, before you fight, before you agree to fight, and before you agree to the contracts, aren't you told what the salary is going to be?
yeah, because to see the way when they come to you, it's, as I said, okay, so when you go sign for the company, the first thing you look is where this company gonna bring you after this. Because that's what they always say, where this guy fought, this guy fought here, this guy fought there. It's to help you go to the next level. And then they come to you to say, look, we give you, that's what's the agreement they give. We give you 2,000 to step up, to get into the cage, to take the fight. Also, we give you $500 to you just to carry the shorts from them company to fight at them company shorts, and they give you €500 bonus or $500 bonus. It's dependent for you to say yes or no.
Most, look, I don't know everything about the fight game, but come on. Again, I could go back to the question I said before. For all, when I was asked about the money, that money doesn't excite you. For all of the abuse going to suffer in the cage there, all of the preparation, the cutting, the making weight, the training at the camp and everything, 3,000, that feels like a slap in the face. It's pathetic.
You understand? It is, and like, man, it's like, I'm not saying nothing bad, but like over here, you fight Muay Thai show. Okay, I gotta say something to you. See, Muay Thai, everybody say the big gloves, everything, but Muay Thai is the most dangerous sports, combat sport you could ever come across. It's Muay Thai, it's multiple weapons you can use it. Okay, MMA, you can get the abuse, you can take this person down, you know what I mean, and try to hold him on the ground or even to go to the cage and everything. And then you go fight Muay Thai, you get too much abuse. Muay Thai, you get punched, you get airbus 24/7. You know, hold my Muay Thai fights again, big cut on my head, big cut everywhere, and it's like, man, the best paycheck. You don't even got like it. If you know, like, great fighter, international fighter come over here and that, but you got even offer to fight for €300, €400.
I mean, I know that you may laugh about this, and some people may laugh about this, but you know, you look at the fight, what you go through in the cage, and some fighters have come off, you know, they've lost the fight or they've won, but at the end of the fight, at the end of the competition, they've sustained some serious injuries, especially to their head. And as you get older, even after retirement, those injuries are still there. And as you get older, they start to show themselves, to start to surface as, you know, dementia or memory issues, as things such as those, you know. So I mean, well, I don't know what to say. I mean, the UFC, they're notorious. Dana White's notorious for paying his fighters badly. The exceptions, of course, would be McGregor and Jones and a few others, but he's notorious for paying his fighters so poorly.
Yeah. See, I don't know if you guys have a look on. I think it's on YouTube. You see the Contender series, Dana White's Contender series. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dana White was talking about De La Hoya, the boxing guy who's made it his MMA promotion. Okay. So Dana White would say, you think you not pay our guys enough, you're not paying this, you're not paying that. And then Dana White just literally went to true, hold the paychecks that they gave to the fighters from De La Hoya show. The guy got the most high paid was $3,000.
Yeah.
And then White said, oh, we paid 3 times more to one fight, whatever. So it's like, you start from somewhere to get somewhere. As I said, like, over here, thanks to God, I have too many people who looks after me and too many people who's helping me. And also I look too much into my health wise, because like, as I said, I'm 21 years old. I don't want to die alone, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get brain injury. I don't want to go forget about the people who I love the whole my time life. I go check my brain every 6 months. Every 6 months I go there. I go so scared. I don't lie to you guys. I go scared. I actually pray to God every single day. Even the day before I can't sleep, to go to get an MRI and everything, to see if everything's okay to me. Continue the sport. Continue to do what I do. Because like, out of there, you see 80% of the fighters, Muay Thai fighters, or MMA, even MMA fighters, the boxers as well, they don't do it. They don't go try to check, see if everything's okay till they continue. I do myself, because like, when you get one punch in the brain, on the head, on the face, your brain is the one who's got the damage. Your face can be clear, but inside you don't know what's going on or what is going on with you, you know? So it's for me, as I said, if you kind of ask any guy there out of there, If they say to you, I'm happy enough now, I'm doing this and that, they are not. They are not, because we still pay for the costs out of our pocket. You know what I mean? Like you still try to get a decent pay to go fly out of there. Like I even had when my manager said some guy I asked her to fight, is gonna fight out of the country, and his paycheck's gonna be 3,000 euro, and he think it's great. It is not
Wow.
great,
Wow, wow.
because it's not. You see promotion say, oh, it's too hard for us, we can't do this because we don't have the support, we need to do this, we need to pay that. It's our cost. Don't get me wrong, it got our cost. It costs a lot. Some promotion said you need to sell tickets to make a little bit more money, you need to do this to get a little bit more money. Yeah, but look, I gonna be honest with you, if it was about the money right now, I don't think this sport would last long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
yeah, I
point.
can see, especially where I was at Cage Legacy, they had no crowd, they've no nothing. And then like you look at the UFC, they have like the crowds, they have the big pay-per-views. You can see like I don't know what the financials would be for an Irish promotion, but I don't know how many they'd fit in, but I could see that there is cost, obviously, and that the Irish promotions, Irish MMA seems to be booming now, so hopefully it'll get better and better. We'll have more shows, but it does seem like there seems to be an awful lot of cost and effort getting people in there, getting people to do the pay-per-view. So I don't know what way they are, but there is a lot of cost for them, but I don't know. So I don't know what way they work it out to pay the fighters, but hopefully it will improve.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we expected, though. It's like we're expecting, say, I like the way I said. Okay, so like I don't know. One day I kind of get a opportunity to say, "Look, John, this is how much you're gonna pay." Yes, put some smile on your face, because like you're gonna get something there. But like like as I said, not too many people on that visa and I'm right now. And then I'm telling you, I'm one of the most excited to fight in this country. I'm not mean that. I like that's what I hear from people saying. And there's the best pound for pound in the country. They're the best 8 kilos or whatever fighters in the country. And we still need to work hard, because we need to ticket. We need to promote in the fight. We need to do this to everybody make a little bit, to everybody continue. Because if you don't do it, you don't get enough. You just get what you're signing for. You're just gonna get, and then you're gonna continue. I like my coach. Like thanks God, my coach helps me a lot with sponsors. All my sponsors I have behind me, they have helped me a lot. Because as I said, like it's so many fighters there, like they need the sponsors to keep continuing the dream. Like an army, the dream of them is just be where they want to be, and then like if you want to be in the next McGregor in the world, you need to put on the work. You need to smash it, and then also you need to talk. You need to get that attention. You need the media to go with you, because people say, "Oh, McGregor's this, McGregor's that," but like at the end of the day, that dude have the smarter people are ever behind him. The dude was smart. The dude now is one of the most well-paid fighter in the world. Because he made his name, put on the work, open his mouth, and look, who's gonna be the next McGregor? We don't know, but I'm sure 100% a load out of there try to be the same as him. So it's what we do. And it's like too many people just thinking just to be there, standing there, bang each other's head, and it's a lot involved. To be honest, there's a lot involved, a lot involved, especially like whoever have a family into this and leave the family and go travel and stay away from the family for 2-3 months, and back home and spend a month with the family and then go again. So it's a lot involved in this. It's a lot involved that money can't pay, you know what I mean? So
David.
Yeah. Yeah. Or do you want me to go, or
Yeah.
choose you first?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Just want me to go ahead? Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I noticed in junior camp for Andreas, you actually went over to Sweden to train with Kamza Chimaev in the same gym. Yes, would I be correct?
Yeah, we're there. Was great though, was amazing because people were saying like, oh my God, he went in there to learn Westland, or in 20 days he's not gonna learn Westland. It doesn't matter what,
Yeah.
So basically went in there just to get in the zone of the fight, because that's how I do. I got away from my comfort zone because I was so comfortable here. I was so comfortable. I was getting close to the fight. I was very comfortable. I was, even don't have that feeling like I had the fights coming up, very great fights coming up. And then my coach said, okay, we're going to send you to Sweden. Then I said, like, I don't mind, I go. So it's very funny when I got there the first time, the coach, Andreas, the general, we call him, he's came to me. He's like, how was the trip? I was like, yeah, it was amazing. It'll be tired. He's like, you're not going to do anything today. You're going to do your back training tomorrow. I was like, okay. Then I got back, was chill. And then the next day, I got in there. They said, like, oh, it's just physically training. And I was like, okay. And I tell you, I training a lot, but they just destroy me. I was like, dude, it's, as I said, you think we're thinking we are in the top level, but we are actually not, And then I got the training done, come home, and come back to the hotel. The first thing I did was call my coach. I said, Coach, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my body. The only thing I can do is just hold the phone. I can't do nothing about of that. He's like, oh, you know what, John? You need to show that you won't be there. That's what you're asking for. Because I'm always I'm never good enough. You get what I'm saying? So if I do 5 rounds on the pads, I want to do one extra one just to feel uncomfortable with myself, And then on Monday got in there, and then we were training. Then Tuesday was my first sparring session over there, and the first guy I sparring was myself and Kamza, and then we just boxed. They had each other, you know what I mean? It was just amazing, and then like after that, they just continued me with somebody else, and then I trained to Mark from England, and then some PFL guy there, and then I come back to the hotel. I rang my coach and it's like, Coach, look, I'm telling you something. 0 out of 10, I'm at 1.2. I need more. I want more. I'm not gonna get back home. I'm gonna stay here. And then he said to me, like, what's wrong? It's like I got my ass kicked here. Sorry, my language. And those guys hit the level, And then he's like, okay, so you're gonna stay then? I said, yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I'm back on the fight week. So and then I stayed there, and then what was amazing, And on my point of view, guys, I tell you something. Kamza was gonna be the next champion. I don't gonna quit what I'm gonna say, because I was there. I was watching that guy training, and the mentality he have, and like on training, it's unbelievable. The guy just stuck with you when the training is over, and every time I was there, he's like, brother, let's go. I was like, yeah, let's go. And we were just in there like training, and every time I was just thinking, it's like, oh my God, like what am I doing here? And then he's looking like, come on, let's do it. And it wasn't the guy who came to me and said, doesn't matter how the fight's gonna end. What's matter is you perform. I said, the way you're gonna fight. If you're happy the way you fight, that's what's matter. They say, oh, one day it's gonna be the memory. This always gonna be, it's gonna be in the people's head. So since in that moment I heard from him, is the guy who doesn't have a loss in his career. I was like, wow, it's the mentality they put on it. It's unbelievable. Then I got to hear after the show, after the fight, the first thing his coach texted me and they said, how did the fight went? And then I explained to him, he's like, look, just forget about it and get back to work. And then Monday I was already training, so fix the mistake and back to work. Forget about that. This is in the past already. That's the way they think over there. That's the way they training over there. And then I love it. And the coach wants me to come back again. So I'll definitely be back in there again, training with them, So that's what's matter for me.
Uh, you talked about the well, my next question really was going to be, I mean, given how far you've come now in your fight career, if you're given the opportunity, the options, which of the big promoters would you join? Would you sign to join?
I tell you something, okay, right now, it is like, there's loads of promotion out there. It's actually going to be, this is really good. So Brave, example, Brave is this big promotion getting now, starts getting where they want to be. Bellator is the number 2 in the world. WIFs is the number 1 in the world. But I don't know. I'd say between all of them, I would love to fight for Cage Warriors.
Okay.
I would love to fight for them because, as I said, if you see the quality of the guys they put on, it's the guys that just go there. It's like, take everything out of me, The guys just, they put proper fight on. They are just guys who love the fights, it doesn't matter. It's like now for the new generation here in Ireland, they got like loads of good fighters there. But I would love to fight for Cage Warriors. I would love to do just I don't know. It's just because everybody thinking they not everybody thinking, but they say like they're the next start to be in the UFC, So everybody who fights there go to UFC or this and that. So I think that's what's making more excited to people coming in and put on the fight, put on the show. I think for me, I even spoke to my coach. I said, could we even try to get a fight there with them? Because there's some good scrap. Like the guys just, it's like the same fight style they put with Andreas, It's like, you need to turn it off my brain to drop me down, So I would love to do that.
As I was saying to David the other day that a lot of the other fight promoters outside of the UFC, Bellator, One Championship, Cage Warriors, PFL,
Yeah.
they have some really, really good fighters, and they host some really good events. What annoys me is that they don't get the recognition, and if the UFC puts on even puts on a card, any card, and it's not that entertaining or that stacked, people will still tune in and people will still pay the pay-per-view money or the seat money in whichever venue, if they're allowed to go in there, they'll still pay to watch the UFC event like it's no one's business. And if it's the point I'm making is that the company still gets away with that all the time, and the fighters still, even if it's not an entertaining card, they still get that exposure in the media. But Bellator, PFL, One Championship, Cage Warriors, that doesn't necessarily happen. Then the event will be good, but that exposure, that recognition, they rarely and barely ever get that.
Yeah. I get what you say. Because like, let's see, what I can say, and the guy, this guy I met there, and I met him there in Sweden. He's actually from Bulgaria. I even go there. They asked me to call over there for training camp with them. I'll probably go there next month, training with them. So those guys, he is some record, right? So, but he came from Sambo, and then his manager are trying very, very hard to put him in a big show out of there, like, and then everybody saying no, and the guy is 10 wins, only 1 loss.
10 wins and just 1 loss?
10 wins and 1 loss, and then everybody kept saying no to him. Bellator said no to him, and even the UFC kept trying, and they said like he need another 2-3 wins strict to get him where he wants to be. And then his manager trying to get him into Cage Warriors as well. So it's just kind of like he just don't know what to do. And he even mentioned about 3 or 4 times that it's like, oh, I don't think I even want to do this anymore, because it's like for him actually get a certain time in his life right now, he says like, what's the point? I would prefer do another 3 fights in a big organization and ended up my career than just be fighting for fighting.
Yeah.
That's strange that they won't take him. Do you think lately with the likes of UFC and Bellator, it's not about fighting so much anymore. It's about like what you were saying about market and talking. If you're not that talker, you're not that person, you're not getting there, which is wrong because it should be based on your ability to fight. Okay, if you have them, great, but it should be the best against the best.
My mention of him, my mention after that, I had that comment was like, man, maybe your manager doing something wrong.
Maybe.
It's like maybe you should try somebody to work with because, dude, like, I mean, you national 3-time national sambo like champion in Bulgarian, and you have like 10 wins, 1 loss in MMA, and you being all over the place. So I don't know. Something's wrong. It's something your manager do wrong or something you guys need to be doing. And he's like, oh, but also I haven't been fighting for the last 2-3 years. Something that he said. I was like, maybe you just need to get 1 more win and then maybe show the work and then somebody gonna take you. Because like as I said, okay, so my coach after my last fight, I got the fly knee, and then I put the performance I did for my last fight. Okay, my coach just the only thing he did is just flat out, and people was like, look, we have this for him in December. We have this for look, let's keep in touch. We have something for him. If we don't have in December, we have him next year. It's kind of like as I said, this matchmaker was talking with my coach, and he said, look, he's actually is very excited to watch. Even John said the same night to my coach, he should push him hard for something big because people would love to watch him. So it's as you said, it's not about the win anymore. It's not about this. It's just about what you put on the table and in the cage to people to watch. If you say right now, okay, to see Adesanya, okay, he fought for the belt against the Polish guy, and then the performance wasn't the same, but he still put on the fight, and then he went to straight away fought against the Italian guy. People are still excited to watch him. Doesn't matter what happened in that fight, but people are still excited to watch the guy because the guy is excited to fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's what people looking for now. You know what I mean? People look for entertainment in the fight. People looking like wow. It's my it's my point of view anyway. So.
Yeah, like Cowboy Cerrone or someone like them in the UFC, win or lose, you just love to see them get out there because, like, I've looked to a lot of your fights. Some I can't find, but for what I'm seeing, geez, like they're all fun. They're all you're like, right, I'm gonna sit down and watch this for a few minutes, watch you throw some elbows, some knees. Like you've got killer elbows, man. I have to say that you've got some killer elbows.
Those that, and then I tell you, I didn't used to use too much elbows because Muay Thai is a class. It's like 3 different classes, like A, B, and C. So only like A class is the only one you can use elbows. So, and then when I started, I did loads of C classes. I didn't use it too much. And then comes B class was a little bit more like long rounds and stuff, and the score is different. And I come was like, look, let's do full rules. Let's for A class. Let's start to let the elbows flow. And it's elbows is crazy because come from the middle, like you can't expect. You don't see. It just come and then connect. And when it connects, it's connected. You know what I mean? It's like I love to use my elbows. It's like I don't mind about kicks or anything. I just want to like elbows, and when I connect to my knees on come and go, if you get too close, my elbow's gonna fly. It doesn't matter what. I just throw because I know they're gonna go. If they don't hurt you, I still score because too many people scared of elbows, So it's it's an amazing thing. It's just Muay Thai thing is amazing, My Muay Thai coach says a lot. Those elbows, I think, is born with you, especially the spinning one. Spinning elbows is. I love to connect to them every single time. Even sometimes I force my opponents to run into the way I like today to run, so me to throw my spinning elbows. So it's all about the moments and time. So I love them.
Anything else you want to ask, David?
Yeah, have you no more questions? I know I have one more question for him, but if you want to go ahead, go ahead.
No, I think he's kind of answered everything.
Yes, it's been a very good interview. I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, of course. Very insightful too.
Yeah. I have one question. December. Are we going to see you in December?
That's it. That's why I'm praying God for it. My coach. We sit down straight away after the fight with Andreas, and then he's asking me, when you want to come back? I said December. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, in December. And then he's like, Jan. I was like, no, I want to fight in December again. And then he's like, look, Jan. That's like, coach, look, give me a fight in December, and I want to do it. So we have 3 organizations actually. I try for the next 2 shows. The next 2 shows come is Clan Wars and Cage Conflict. It's but we're not sure yet that Clan War is gonna happen. Cage Conflict is gonna another good show we have in mind as well, and then we reach something big as well, but maybe happening next year. So they actually, it's very interesting to us to work together. I don't care what organization I'm gonna fight. I just want to do one fight in December because as I said to you, I just want to fix the mistake I made in the last fight. So I think if I'm not fighting in December, I don't gonna be okay with myself. I just want to get back in there and show, because like we had the plan for the last fight, and then I followed the plans till the moment, and the emotion just hit me up, and then everything just went out the windows, and then I want to actually put on my brand, because it's you need to be smart to be there. It's all about moment and moment and moment and moment. And then I think if I not go in there, put that moment to work, I don't think this is gonna work on my future fights. So I'm in the gym now. I'm training a lot now. I'm just working the same thing. The game plan for anybody else is gonna be still the same, because it's just about me. I train and thinking about me and training what I'm gonna do, what I have to do to win the fight. And about my opponents, I don't really care what they have or what they like to do. I just want to be in there, just fix what I made it, the mistake I made it, and hopefully December we get something,
Hopefully it'll be good to see you, because I'm actually looking. I think we'll have to go quickly, but you've got IRU in November. That's probably too soon. You've got Cage Conflict, which is the 4th. Clan Wars, like you said, are planning another one due to popular demand after the last show. Also, anyone who wants to see Jan's last fight in his last show in Clan Wars, you can actually get it from their page. They have it on demand for £6, which for night of fights, for Jan's fight alone was worth it. But there was 10 finishes out of 12 fights on that card. So if anyone who wants to get that, head over to Clan Wars. And Cage Legacy are also talking about December. So you could have 4 options, Jan.
Oh, absolutely. As I said, like whatever comes off, good thing to be there. It's as I said, we just need something interesting to be in, because it's like man, like it doesn't matter how the last fights happen ended up. Sorry, but it's a great thing about this is about how people still feeling about that my last fight. I get loads of messages every single day. people from the nowhere, man, like I can't wait to see you when you fight again, man. I can't. It's just like what we put out of there. People still want to see me fight, and then from the promotions want to see me fight, and promoters offer great things to me fighting. So it's like it's gonna be something good for the next one. I feeling that. I'm feeling that, and I feel that's why I got back to work so soon, because it's like I can't. Because to do with COVID, I spent almost 2 years without a fight, and it wasn't any good for me. You know what I mean? Like I was just keeping training, like as I have fight, and then now COVID is getting better and situations getting better. So it's amazing just to keep him busy, you know.
Clan
Yeah, it
Wars.
is.
And I know I said that I didn't have any more questions or anything left to add, but I watched your fight at Clan Wars 41. That flying knee, when it just came out of nowhere. I can only imagine the source of messages people giving you after that fight. Of course, it was okay. You guys were both standing and going back and forth. Then suddenly, bang, and it's all over.
Yeah. It's I don't know if you guys seen that I was practicing that knee on Thursday.
Were you?
I was practicing that knee on Thursday. My coach was holding pads and say, that's what's gonna do it. If he's going overhand, you're gonna shoot. If he's shooting double leg or single leg, you're gonna throw that knee. And then one of my teammates was recorded. And then I look at him and say, this is the one I'm gonna knock him out.
No way.
And my coach is looking at me, are you sure? It's like, yeah, this is what's gonna happen. And then after the show, we were just waiting to him to film get a little bit better, you know. And when we had the feedback, he was okay. Nothing's happening. Nothing serious happening with him. It was okay. Then I put the two videos together on my Instagram. On Thursday night, I'm practicing the knees. On the fight night, the same knee, I got him.
Wow, it was an amazing knockout.
Yeah.
My thing is, we were training Thursday. I was doing my last part session to kill the last few kgs I have to fight against Andreas. I said to my coach, my elbow's gonna open the door to knock him out. And the spinning elbows just keep on going, but I decided the kid was tough. The kid is something special. You know
All credit to him.
It's all credit to him. And then it's like as I said, you know, it's the same. It's the same. I think every athlete knows this. If you're feeling like this is gonna work, this is gonna work. My boxing coach will leave me here in the bag and do the same thing for 1.5 hours every day. You think this is gonna catch him? Yes, sir. Okay, go. Every single bad details that was put on, he's like, back again, you did wrong. Back again, did wrong for 1.5 hours. We just warm up on the pads and then go to the bag, work the same thing over and over again. So that's basically how my training camp is going about it. Just do the same thing over and over again. So it's working. So I love to do that. You know?
You see, it's knockouts and moves like that when you see them in the sport. At least for me, that's what got me into the sport, as well as my first kickboxing session. But when you see stuff like that, I mean, not just flying knees or spinning elbows, but there are certain injuries that certain fighters are very unfortunate to sustain, like when a leg kick gets checked so well that the opponent threw the kick, their own leg gets broken. And you see just how limp and it looks shocking. God, the bone in there is that fragile.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. Try this every single session. You go, stop on the front, like whatever. If you're doing pad work, or if you're doing like we go 1-for-1 combination. But every single session, you finish, stop on the bag, do 100 kicks each leg. Then you go home. And then you're touching your leg, you're feeling the pain, you're feeling like, oh my God. But if you're doing this 3-4 days in a row, after that, you're not going to feel anything anymore. And for my last fight, I was just practicing every time most elbows on the pad work, on the bag, everything was just elbow. And when the first round's over, my coach came to me, my striking coach came to me and said, the low kick is working. And my low kicks couldn't keep going the low kicks against Paris because I wasn't practicing that all the time. That wasn't my brain. And my brain was just working hands and elbow all the time. And then I wasn't thinking about the leg kick. It's just like I say every day there. Like I run classes there for beginners and stuff, and then they keep looking at me, John, why are we doing this again? I was like, keep it doing. One day you will say like, this is where, because as my dad told me. My dad just all the time in the capoeira, I think my dad was making me whole class doing the same thing over and over again to get the way he wants to be, not the way I want to, because I thought I was doing right. But he said no. So it's any martial arts or any kind of sport. Like I think if you keep doing the same thing, don't try to do anything new. You just kind of like just work. Every single my fights, Muay Thai fights, you see. You're not going to be without one spin elbows. You're going to see lots of spin elbows because I do a lot. I do in training. I do it any single time. It's because the only thing I train, So.
Great.
But it is.
David, anything else you want to add?
No, just that I'd like to thank him for taking this interview. This is our only second interview kind of with someone, so we'd like to thank you very much for coming on. I have been following you for a while, obviously you've noticed that. Thank you so much, and today's been very good. It's been very insightful.
Thank you guys, no, it was awesome. It was awesome because in the end of the day, like, what are you guys doing? It's amazing, You guys just put things out of there. It doesn't matter if you're a pro or if you're amateur. You guys are doing great. Like I keep on following you guys in there. I mean, it's insane. It's insane, you know what I mean? It's insane because in the end of the day, what you guys try to do is just try to expose like our sport out of there, knowing the bad things, just the good things, and so like for me, it's what I appreciate. Like I appreciate a lot. You guys try to do things to making people be interested about it, come to watch us or talk about us. It's another level, guys is be looking for people, not just looking for people who is already there. Guys are looking for everybody actually watching the interview he did to Maga. Is an awesome guy. Met him once, and I love it. I love the interview. It's just that kind of like different personalities in this sports is all becoming one person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it looks different from everywhere all over the world. I was very interested when he said about the thing about Khabib. Like, I had that before because I asked it, and I asked one of the guys, and then he's actually said exactly the same. He wants to be like Khabib. No, it's not about it's a thing that's become from them as a culture and stuff. And like, don't get me wrong, guys. I watch everything involved. Like, if you guys interview somebody who starts MMA now, I like to watch it just to listen what they want to say, what they think about the sport. I think that's what's bring out together. You know what I mean? So you guys doing great. It's doing great. Then get out of there, man. It's amazing. Like, and now you guys know that. Like what we do to be there, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just me. Whoever say to you, oh no, this guy talking garbage, or this guy don't talk the truth, they know I'm telling the truth, you know what I mean? This is more about like the passion we have for this than about money, especially in audiovisual, you know what I mean? So it's what it is anyway. So
yeah, thank you very much. Ike, do you have anything to add?
No, just I'm very grateful for taking the time out to come on and let us speak to you and ask you some questions about yourself and the sport, and especially your backstory about how you came about, getting into the sport. I'm very grateful, as is David, because I know that many people involved in the sport are really busy. So the way the sport moves, you're always busy doing something, whether it's in talks to the manager, agent, or new sponsor. So I know there's always something going on.
Yeah, no, it's great. But no, it's amazing, man, amazing. And it's just like, as I said, like, you guys keep on doing what you guys doing. I'm sure 100%. Like, people be watching there, and then every single person gonna take something out of there. You know what I mean? People gonna take something and bring to them future or bring to them career. It's what it is. It's like, man, I even like one day if I meet you somewhere, I even don't know you, but just the fact you like the sport, I can't even ask you, who do you think is gonna win? You know, and then you say this guy gonna win because of this. If you go to the next person, I actually go say, man, I think that guy gonna win because this dude said something like this, you know. So it's like you learn every day, you know. That's what this MMA is about. Every single day you learn. It's not about to hit people get hurt. It's just about the discipline you'll be learning, you know, about what you guys think about the sport, what the different person think about the sport. Oh no, this guy making this. Oh no, that guy doing that. It's different opinions with it. I was gonna become on one in the end of the day, you know. So it's great.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks again. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome, guys. Enjoy and have a good week.
I will see you
too.
at an event soon. I'm telling you.
I look
I
forward to
will
seeing
see
you
you.
next fight.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you definitely you didn't make it the last one because you have your kids or something like that.
Yeah, I had my it was my son's birthday, but
Oh.
the event finished so quickly I could have been back in time because I was thinking that was going to go on to 8 or 9, and then I seen it ended like 6 o'clock or something. I said I could have got back for 7:30, 8 o'clock for the party, but I didn't know that at the time, and it's about a 2-hour drive. So
yeah, it's okay. Now we're definitely gonna hit up in some show. Loads of shows coming up. Even the Muay Thai shows coming up in the end as well. Now there in the end of the year, so we're gonna meet up for sure, 100%.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much,
Thank
guys.
you, John. Thank you.
Yeah,
Take care.